surprises here. We'll be respecting the Leafeon.
I mean, Leafeon again and again. Solar Blade, huge amount of damage. They had to respect that. But I love the Umbreon ban as well, coming from Aumento, because Umbreon probably is one of the most tanky, I'd say, if you really know how to use this Pokemon. But Mimikyu will be taken out as well, but that leaves, once again, Gyarados and Mew open for each and every team.
Will be taken away here by Issen Aumento. For Talon PH, we all know that they have faced against a lot of Gyarados during their practice sessions. So now it is for Talon PH to bring out what they are prepared for, just in case a Gyarados gets picked up on the other side.
Yeah, probably. And they overseen, or they assess the situation already. They knew this was coming, especially if they don't have the first pick advantage, because they try to keep it open as much as possible, because not every single team participating in the World Championship Series will prioritize Gyarados. So they really assess the situation, but this is a very good start so far for Aumento, having Blizzy at the same time to sustain Pokemons, which is Trevenant and Gyarados. That's not just all about sustain, but of course, crowd control is very much present.
Yeah, 63% pick rate for Issen Aumento on the Blissey, right? But for Issen Aumento, it's quite surprising that they still prefer to go for the Blissey, just because we saw a Gyarados pop off earlier without even having the need to get a supporter. But nonetheless, I guess it now makes sense, because Issen Aumento kind of wants to have a, dual carry setup here. Gyarados will be on the top side. And then you have Scent on the Meowscarada, possibly being the main recipient of the support of the Blissey.
Yeah, and I think it's not just 2 main damage dealers. Make that one 3, because Gyarados can provide a lot of damage. I mean, it's automatic when you have Attacker in Speedster, so you gotta respect that. But for the Talon PH, they're gonna be closing the draft with a Crustle. I mean, Rock Tomb is there, and at the same time, this Blastoise, I feel like Blastoise could also opt to go Rapid Spin plus Water Spout if they want additional damage, but I feel like Dylan and Sync 1 is going to be enough, and Kai just go, of course, with the job, try to sustain the tanks as well as the teammates on the back line, and everything will follow through.
Yeah, that's true. Right, like at the end of the day, whatever the Blastoise chooses to go with doesn't matter.
It's still tanky.
Because at the end of the day, one of the primary reason you pick up the Blastoise is because of the Unite move, the Hydro Typhoon. Everything else, just cherry on top. Now, for Talon PH, they already have a designated tank. The Crustle will be their main defender here. And this will be a very interesting battle, because this is a very well-balanced composition or draft for Talon PH. This just means that they are in full confidence that their Mew and Sylveon will have enough damage to really pierce through the defenses here of Issen Aumento.
Yeah, I mean, they have been in that spot not just once, not just twice, but multiple times, and this is no different from Talon PH, as we are hopping into the Sky Ruins once again in the Aeos Island. Issen Aumento versus Talon PH, game number 1 in the upper bracket.
First 2 minutes will be very critical for JT. How will Talon PH control and slow down the Gyarados? That's the question. Scent had a very good showing yesterday on the Meowscarada, so that will also be another focal point that we will be closely monitoring. And immediately, Lance and Company is here to challenge the Magikarp.
Yeah, they don't want JT to get a goal for free. At the same time, getting to the level 5 mark in less than a minute, so pressure is going to be there, ambush is coming, and this is just pure coordination coming to the side of Talon, but Lance is too low, going to be backing away. Mars Live, avoiding to be knocked out in the early situation.
Yeah, very early 3v3, and good for Issen Aumento to read the rotations here of Talon PH. It's kind of expected, though. You need to have your helping hand ready to assist the Magikarp. Because you look at the Magikarp, level 4, still a fish. You know, the Splash. Splash bot, that's it.
Splash bot, you know, just bouncing around the forest.
Flail.
Oh, no. I mean, this is gonna take quite a time, but, you know, 8 minutes mark, probably it will be a Gyarados already, unless this will be a good contest coming in from Talon PH.
4v4, who got the most experience there? I believe it was Talon PH. Also gets a knockout against the Blissey.
Knockout, but still JP still bouncing fish here. They were able to defend the goal zone. That is going to be the first goal coming the side of Talon PH, and JT still struggles. 8th minute mark, RBX up against Ryu all the way into the bottom path, and this is unfortunate happening because it's not yet a Trevenant, so the tankiness, it's not that much of a presence already, and they have been struggling a lot here for Aumento because Talon PH, so far, they have been controlling the whole map.
Oh, no way. Now Talon is converting whatever control they have in the early game into invading into the camps of Issen Aumento. Rubik's being left alone by himself. He's tanky. He knows that he can deal with all the pressure that Issen Aumento will bring here in the bottom lane. Doesn't matter if he doesn't have the Unite yet, right? Just Crystal things, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Trevenant already present, but at the same time, it's still a matchup. Yeah, we have Gyarados already, just in perfect timing, but it's still on the central area, so probably you would want to go on the top path, score a couple of goals out there, and stack up your attack weight because that is very much needed in the longer run.
I don't think he has ever slammed any of those points yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Because the way Talon PH concentrated on the top side was just so good. Now Kai and Rubik's will tag team to take down the Trevenant. Not tanky enough is this tree. Sync1 going for the chase. Dreamt and So is going to say bye. And that's another KO for the Sylveon.
Rock Tomb, X Caesar, Solar Beam is the main go-to of Talon PH, making it easy to secure the knockouts and of course get the first goal zone into the bottom path and get Regice for free as their main objective, and they haven't let Aumento score a single goal, so probably we could say that they have been controlling the game so far.
Quick to their rotations, JT less than half health, very critical in health bars, and Regieleki still survives. Here comes Talon, goes for the chase, Kai in the front of everyone, and Sil trying to secure this Regieleki. Espeon will get that last hit. Very good one for Issen Aumento. Here comes Sync1 with a Unite Boom. No casualty as of yet, but the Regieleki going to the side of Issen Aumento is a very good counterplay.
Sync1 trying to defend up against the Regieleki, and they're forcing to go for the goal. Yes, they
good serve.
First point ever here for Aumento in this game at least. Water Spout with Rapid Spin will secure the knockout.
Mystical Mirage. Here comes Dylan. Now, here comes the Unite coming from the Espeon, not going to hit its mark. Dram really whiffing right there. And now Trevenant is going to get targeted by the members of Talon PH, slamming some points, bounce connected onto Sync1, still survives. Sync1 free hitting, good wood hammer. And now 3 of the members of Talon PH is just going to get floral flourished. This Meowscarada coming in clutch with a 3K.
Making it a 4 knockout after the beautiful wood hammer coming from the Trevenant. It was a perfect coordination and very on-time ambush from the Meowscarada, and right now they're opting to go for the goal zone, but sad to say it is Dylan and the company of Talon PH not letting them score for free, and they have defended things well on this path.
All that for 11 points. I don't believe my eyes. Here comes the counterplay from Talon PH. Hydro Typhoon going to catch Meowscarada, and Talon will just slam more points here. Dylan getting caught with the bounce, has to disengage, but here comes the Crossel. This is going to be a 5v4 in an instant. The serve pushing them over to the wall. Rubble Rouser to fend off all the members of Issen Aumento, dissecting them one by one. The Unite coming in from Dreamt. Not going to really connect onto anyone. That's twice in a row that the Unite of Espeon has not really found its mark.
Yeah, and we can see that the Regice is so open and free in the bottom path, and we can see the rotation already coming from both teams. So this is a matter of fact that they have to juggle around, and they need to apply the pressure that they need. And Sent is being pressured a lot here by the Mew of Talon PH. Rock Tomb is going to be there, felt presence at the hands of JT, so they have to push back all the members of Aumento to secure the Regirock.
4 minutes into the game, or 4 minutes left in the game, and we are seeing Talon PH with 110 points advantage. They are now setting their sights over to the Regirock, open for the taking for Talon PH. No contestation whatsoever from Issen Aumento.
Yeah, I mean, Hyper Voice gonna be for free here as they take Regirock, but on the other side of the map, it is a full-on action here. Rapid Spin all alone. Hydro Typhoon is gonna be out, and the last hit goes none other than Issen, and they're gonna be guiding their way all the way to the Regieleki into the top path, but it's not yet over. JT cannot bounce, cannot find the right angle in order to go for the ambush, and there we have it. Sync 1 was knocked out, but the Rock Tomb is there to save the day in the hands of Talon PH. They're gonna be blocking the way. Every single member of Aumento.
It's a 4v4, but the Regieleki is now making it a 5v4. Spintoy still doing a decent amount of damage, and all of a sudden the Meowscarada got wiped out.
Pure defense once again from Talon PH. We've seen this multiple times just for this game. It is Aumento controlling the team fight, and right after multiple knockouts, it is just Talon PH recovering, defending the goal zone, and every single goal zone of Talon PH is still available compared to Issen Aumento, in which they already lost one.
From 11 points to 51 points, just a 40-point prize, even after investing a lot to win against Talon PH. How are they doing this? How are they not losing control? What I'm losing right now, Pikachu's, is my mind, because I cannot decipher what Talon PH is doing right now. This is just one-sided domination, and we are seconds away from the Rayquaza spawning up.
Domination so far for Talon PH, but there is still room. The hope is so big for Aumento. They are just waiting for the final stretch, waiting for the perfect opportunity here, but the vision goes to Rubik's. Gonna be pinching down Ryu in the situation, and the main tanker, the main front line of Aumento is already down, and they're gonna be forcing their way up against the other members of Aumento.
A couple of seconds in the Poké Center. Trevenant needs to get back into this really fast, but Talon knows that they don't need this Rayquaza. They just have to play keep away. So Blizzy going to get caught!
Oh my goodness, Hyper Voice on the back line, providing a huge amount of damage for Talon PH, and right now they're poking Rayquaza all the way into the forest, and Meowscarada and the company of Aumento cannot seem to find their position.
Wait, this is a very good chance that they can slam some points, and they will be successfully doing so. Meowscarada gets 30.
Way! They don't get the last points coming in from JT. That's why they haven't gotten the lead yet. Rubik's is here with a Ignite move, providing a lot of crowd control here. Hydro Typhoon is already out as well. But Sand will, of course, eject bottom all the way inside. But it's not going to reach the members of Talon PH. And Rubik's will use the Rock Tomb in order to defend and prevent every single members of Aumento to push. Woodhammer is going to be there. Sylveon secures the knockout. And they are just going to position once again in Rayquaza.
This engages real Flourish not hitting its mark. And the Rayquaza is still open for the taking. Talon PH doesn't need this, but this could be the cherry on top. Lanza and company, will there be a steal? Here comes the Gyarados, no steal! And the Blastoise will secure, because alongside the Mew will secure the Rayquaza.
Guaranteed victory for Talon PH, despite the pressure that Aumento was applying a while ago. It could have been a potential steal from the Meowscarada, but every single members of Talon PH is ready for the last hit, last minute, last couple of seconds in the matchup. They were able to secure it, slam the Eos energy that they need in order to make the lead even larger.
And Talon PH, this is all for celebration. They know that they already have won game number 1. They know that they are 1 win away from Honolulu, Hawaii. Hi! It is for Talon PH to win, and Issen Aumento, valiant effort, but in the end, cannot withstand the pressure and overall defensive prowess of Talon.
Yeah, it's all about defense from Talon. I mean, the offense is good from Aumento, but it is just better defense from Talon PH, being able to defend the goal zone after a successful team fight from Aumento. Even though there was a multiple knockout coming on Aumento, they can't find a perfect opportunity to score their Eos energy.
How many fights did they win in where they were awarded just a measly 11 points, 40 points? Just goes to show that Talon PH still does have, full control. This lineup of Talon PH is really centered around being able to fight the long fights, right? Although there is a burst damage coming in from Sync 1 and Dylan, the Rubble Rouser, the Blastoise, the continuous damage alongside the Eldegoss, the ability to make sure that Issen won't have enough opportunity to get those points. And although they were knocking out a couple of Pokemon here, we have to remember we are not counting by the knockouts in terms of scoring. We are counting the points that is being slammed onto the goalposts.
I mean, knockouts are just numbers here in Pokemon Unite, and yes, as I said, it is all about the A's energy that you get to score, and it was just a skyrocket performance here. Quite possible, but it's still possible. Yeah. It's not impossible. Come on, man.
So Talon PH now is going to ban 2 of the prime Pokemon that might just be derailing their chances of securing their grand final spot. Leafeon and Mimikyu is going to get targeted here. Meanwhile, Issen Aumento doesn't want the Gyarados at the hands of Talon PH.
And they still canceled out Hoopa here. I was talking about Hoopa a while ago because Talon PH is so good with rotation, so what more if they have Hoopa? And yes, Gyarados is going to be banned because they can't afford Talon PH to have a Gyarados, and they will opt to secure Sylveon plus Trevenant already, but you can see that there are a lot of open Pokemon still for Talon PH. Yeah, I was about to say Umbreon, and yes, we do get it. Blastoise still open if they're going to be utilizing Double Tank again, but I might tell you, Crustle is still open as well.
Aldegos is still one of their primary supporters that has been made effective by Talon PH, and Umbreon, as you did say, is a no-brainer. Whenever facing against a Trevenant, you kind of need a defender to at least answer the tree. Blastoise and Glaceon, Issen Aumento, they want to fight early, right? They want to dominate the early game. Sylveon and Glaceon, early evolutions, level 4 power spike should be good for Issen Aumento. Charina will be picked up here for Talon PH.
Wow, this is quite surprising for me. I mean, it's not different from Talon because they have a large amount of Pokemon pool, but Charina in the competitive scene in the upper bracket finals. I mean, Charina, yes, it's good. It has amount of sustain, good amount of damage, but a couple of attackers out there can melt the sustain of the likes of Charina. But I do like the pick from Sync 1, having Delphox, because with the Fire Spin available, it's not just Rubix who's going for the crowd control, and at the same time, it's not just Rubix going to tank it. And with the support of Kai, definitely the heals are there, the crowd control with the Unite move is also present. So what if they add another Surf from Dylan? It's just complete dominance in crowd control later on.
Triple defender, by the way, for Issen Aumento.
Yeah.
Zarina is going to be a very interesting one. I really love the kit of Zarina.
Yeah.
Was able is a combo based Pokemon. Can really influence the top side of the map by herself. If you do have enough advantages in terms of XP, you can win team fights by yourself, right? So one of the Pokemon that I really love grinding on the top side of the map. Not Cinderace, but Delphox, not having the best win rate so far in the tournament, but Talon PH says it's time to bring out Delphox, Fire Spin control, fanciful fireworks, extra DPS, just to make sure that they can deal with a triple defender setup here by Issen Aumento.
I mean, it's just numbers, I'd say, when it comes to win rate with Delphox. And we all know how efficient Delphox is. So probably they would show the result of that one, all of us. And again, this is game number 2. And Talon PH just needs one more to go to Honolulu, Hawaii.
Grand finals on the line. Honolulu, Hawaii on the line. There's a lot of things in store for Talon. But we all know that they're taking it a game at a time. And for Rubix and Dylan, it will still be the same duo here in the bottom lane, right? Like, they know that Dylan is a very formidable Mew player and just needs extra care. And it does look like that there will be an early goal for Issen Aumento. Meanwhile, Talon PH was able to score for themselves.
I mean, when it comes to the Serena, Eldegos here has to get a couple of last hits because of the buff of the XP share that it has. So they need to rush as much as they can for it to become a Serena, for you can leave it solo later on in the top path and just dominate the matchup.
He needs experience. She needs experience for sure, right? And that's what Sync 1 and company is doing right now, right? Just wants to focus on Lance and her ability to soak in a lot of experience. Ryu here in the bottom lane, just feeling the pressure right now. And so far, it's quite similar to what happened earlier in game number 1. No one really is on the dominating side. But the fact that Issen Aumento does not have the Gyarados, I really think that Talon PH and Issen Aumento is having, having a very equal early game.
I mean, they don't have Gyarados, but they have Serena. It is just on a different form. They have the same concept wherein you have to rush it on the final evolution, and you can leave it already alone. But the only major factor that makes it different is Serena doesn't have a crowd control compared to the bounds of a Gyarados, in which it can ambush a couple of opportunities. So this is all about 1v1s when you have Serena, or even multiple targets.
Ryu? This is all about the control that you were talking about, right? Trevenant will be responsible in being the crowd control Pokemon for Issen Aumento, but looks like that Ryu is forced to eject. The mean look is going to get one from Talon PH, and the Fire Blast needs to be respected. Sync 1 and company, still very good defense. This is what Talon PH is known for. Their defense is just so good. No more eject for Ryu, and that Thunder Ball is going to hit its mark.
Yeah, Glaceon had to press the eject button to save or prevent from fainting, but still, Talon PH managed to pick that one up, and they're scoring goals for free once and for all. But the test continues. Fire Speed is going to be out there. Would Hammer would follow up, but there's not enough damage for Ryu, so has to back away to avoid being fainted. But Rubex won't allow that. Doesn't even get the Citrus Berry to recover some health because they take down already the first goal zone.
The way they tag team in using the Fire Spin and the mean look just to make sure that Talon will have the time in the world to slam all those points in is picture perfect. Now Talon PH setting their sights over to Regirock and can still even go to the top side for a 2-for-2 special.
2-for-2 special. Regieleki is still available here. So far, rotations are already being made by Talon, Dylan, all the way into the central area. So probably the rotations will happen anytime soon, but the fireworks is already out, coming on their side. Rubix will be chasing Ryu, but the Wood Hammer will buy enough time, but the Fire Spin is there to secure the last hit, and the pressure is still ticking all the way to the top path. Same with the central area. Dramp is keeping away to stay alive, at least for this situation.
Yeah, looking at the score right now, 97-14, a massive lead for Talon. And they're not stopping anytime soon. The focus is on Regieleki. Issen first to the position, and D-Lane and company can just go ahead and challenge this one out. Drep being targeted right now. Now it's going to be a 50-50 that goes to the hands of the Mew. It will still be Dylan getting that KO. Now 3 members remaining for Issen Aumento. Can they defend this goal zone?
And there are tons of Aeos energy out here, so probably if they can let the Regieleki land, yes they do. They're going to be scoring multiple points here in the top path, but they are not over it yet. Rubix is just buying enough time for his teammates to secure the goal zone in the top path once and for all.
That was a perfect play, just using the surf to fend them off, just to back them away for the goal to get easily destroyed here for Talon PH. Lots of experience being funneled onto the primary members. And don't look now here, Pikachu, 210 to 14, 5-minute mark of the game.
Yes, a very huge lead here, almost 200, I'd say. And this is a very quick decision coming in from Talon PH, knowing that after securing the top path goal zone, they rushed all the way into the bottom path and in the forest, knowing that one of the Regi trios will spawn here in the bottom lane, and Rubix is just buying enough time, waiting for the rotation coming in from his teammates because there's no Hoopa that can instantly rotate. But this is a 5-stack coming in from Aumento, trying to secure the Regirock, but Rubix is there, so confident getting on the inside, but there's no follow-up because of the Unite move of the Trevenant made them or prevent Talon PH from the backup, and they secure the Reg Ice.
It's a 1-for-1. Zarina is here, can really cut their exit path. And here comes Zarina with a Unite! Now JD is going to follow through. Hydro Typhoon to disengage, clutch one.
Such a clutch response from Talon PH, and it's not corrected, it was Regirock, not Reg Ice. But going back to it, Regieleki going to be spawning in 10 seconds, so Talon is zoning out every single members out here from Aumento, so they have to rush all the way into the top path and secure it as fast as they can because as you can see, Aumento is too focused all the way to the bottom pass. Yes, they can get the Regieleki, but at the same time, they can opt to secure the bottom pass goal zone, but the rotation comes in from the Umbreon.
The backdoor play by Rubix is able to spot out all the members from Issen. Aumento, will he able to stop them from scoring the points? It's not going to happen though. So that means it's just going to be a sacrifice for Talon PH, the gold zone in the bottom lane for the Regieleki topside.
Rotation is already out here for Aumento. Dram did a couple amount of damage here against Rubix. He's capped in terms of damage, and the tankiness keeps on melting on his side. Regieleki not being able to land here all the way to the top path, but they knocked out the Blastoise. Touchdown is already there, plus 50 points in the top path, and they take down the goal zone here on the top side.
Now it makes absolute sense. Rubix was just delaying one of the primary carries of Issen Aumento, and Sylveon not being on the top side, there was not enough damage to push back the Regieleki. Talk about being one step ahead. Talon Peach, they just know what to do.
Yeah, so quick in decision making here on the loose, and they have it just all over the map. Does know what to respond whenever Aumento gets an advantage. And right now we can see Registeel back in action all the way to the bottom path, and we can see the Slowbro is rushing all the way in here, but LD Goss together with the Umbreon is just doing its job in order to prevent it from going here in the bottom path, and that is Izzy as Silk secured Registeel coming in from Talon PH. The Slow Beam is going to be there, not going to be making Talon to move, and it's invisible with the Unite move, but the backup is very much and he got out of the situation, and Rubix is just chasing each and every members out here from Aumento. The pressure is there. Water Spout gonna be out, gonna be the rapid spin, but that's not gonna be enough as massive amount of damage has been deployed by Talon. They are knocking out each and every members of Aumento out here, and probably they can opt to defend or get the Rayquaza.
Zarina for the finishing touches. Lands the 1v1 against the Slowbro. Hey bro, I got you, and it will be Talon PH with a couple of more points, securing themselves this game.
Beautiful, commendable performance from Talon PH. They calculated on how to score the goals in the bottom pass. And right now they have a huge amount of lead despite taking down 4 goal zones, and that's a miscalculation already coming inside of Aumento. And they're just waiting for Aumento to tick the clock or to tick the Rayquaza in the forest. So they're just, it's just a matter of fact of a waiting game here. And Ryu gonna be checking the brushes here, misses the opportunity, and they're just backing away here from Talon PH, just provoking every single member of Aumento.
Yeah, the time is definitely not on the side of Issen Aumento. Finally, Lance shows up, is able to target one of the priority targets in set. Will not be able to get the first KO. Rather, it will be the Mew getting the first KO. Hydro Typhoon missing, and that pushback from Rubix and company is just so pure. Talon will be winning this team fight by a mile.
5-man knockout from Talon PH. No need to secure the Rayquaza, just had to defend everything else. Coordinated scoring of the Aeos energy was their key to success, and Ryu doesn't have enough time, can defend it, but it's not going to be enough to extend this series, and Aumento will fall down in the lower bracket.
Congratulations to Talon PH, booking their spot into the grand finals and securing their ticket to Honolulu, Hawaii. What a performance. Not even the need for a Rayquaza for the finishing touches.
I mean, that has been their way to battle it out. No need to secure the Rayquaza, just had to defend everything on their sleeves. Defend it if you're in the lead. If you're not in the lead, probably we can get the Rayquaza. But it is just them. Defense is everything from Talon PH. Winning a couple of team fights, yes, they do lose a couple of it. But at the end of the day, it's just pure defense. I mean, just take a look at the damage that they've dealt. Deal it in Sync 1 main key factor, but let's not forget Lance despite the surprising pick of Serena, because Gyarados was taken away from them. Contributed a lot of damage, 75% of their damage just boiled down to 3 members of Talon PH, and the support from Rubix and Kai was so flawless to the point that they just need to do their job, no need to deploy any kind of damage, and 3 members of Talon is ready in action.
Right. It's a well-balanced composition here. Your draft for Talon PH, and they just showed what to do at any given moment. Even the sacrifice by Rubix down bottom, right? Like that 1v1 against the Sylveon. I thought for a second that, you know, Rubix should know better. I thought for a second that, hey, you know what? Rubix might just have overstayed, but no. He knew that he needed to sacrifice